now I'm using a desktop, but before I always used a laptop. And I'd buy the laptop with 2 chargers. I'd have a charger permanently hooked up to my desk, and then I would have one in my computer bag.
It's the way to do it. I've got 2, I got one at home, I got one here, and then I'm not gonna have 3, and then I'm gonna put one in the back. But it's kind of funny. You gotta get the right charger,
Oh, yeah,
because one of those universal chargers won't charge this.
yeah.
It's odd. It'll charge, but it's 65 watt, there's no magic about it. This thing won't recognize, it says it's the wrong charger or whatever.
I've got a fun one on my Mac, it's magnetic, so it's quick,
Really?
yeah.
Just slap it on
Plugs
there.
right in and add a magnet, yeah.
I've got one of those too, but I don't know how to use it. Not that one, but I got like this little thing that's supposed to charge, it's a charging center, and it's a battery that stores power, and from that it will charge your.
Charge your computer.
It doesn't seem to work, it says it's full and then I plug in the computer.
So I
in.
charge my phone, I just set it on that magnet, walk away.
I used to do that, but my phone started heating up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, that's not an excuse, I think it'll still work.
I sent an email, it's Carly King in Mako. She's the IT manager.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go
Ask
home and
for
get
a
my
bid
hearing
from
aids,
us.
cause I'm half deaf, so
Oh.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Asked for a bid from Muscle County,
for what?
IT service.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Who with?
Carly King is her name, she's the IT manager at Mako.
Okay. Well, that's excellent.
See if we can get something cheaper than Morrison Merrily. I don't make Morrison Merrily rethink their schedule, their pay.
Well, there are things based on our number of stations, but I don't think that we demand. I think it's an excellent idea to get
Yeah,
and bring an alternative in here, because one thing is I don't think people are using Morrison hardly as much as they could be.
yeah, you're right, I'm sure they're not.
But then the other thing is, well, I've always found them to be responsive, to be honest with you. That's never been an issue.
I was gonna bring my old Chrome in, I've been using it at home. It doesn't get emails anymore, but last night I was looking up manuals for an easy on air drill. And it went into lockout, it locked up, it said that, I've been compromised, your computer is locked. But I went through this once before and I ain't gonna do it again.
You know what that is? That is, cyber, what do they call that? Is that
Is it
malware or whatever?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I had it happen to me and they wanted me, they told me that, and they acted like they were part of the Microsoft
yeah,
cybersecurity team.
yeah, you're supposed to call this number.
Call this number, don't shut your computer off and don't do anything, just call this number. And then I found out all you need to do is close your browser.
Yeah,
It was all outside. But they had me thinking, okay, what am I gonna do? I had a report due and I was like, so that's what, I remember last time they were telling you that you did all this stuff?
yeah, I went through quite a litany of stuff there. Finally figured out this is all a scam. Well, when they started asking for my account number at the bank, I thought that's all.
Just give it to them.
Just give it to
And give it to them.
them. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm overdrafted at the bank, so take it.
Yeah, take it. I double plugged area.
I was gonna bring it in, more summarily work on it, or Ron, or somebody, but I forgot it, but still a county computer. Well, I'd like to get the emails, I haven't got emails for 2 years now, so. Well, we got a dead space here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I had Betty Schwab call me. You know Betty Schwab? She's in Klein. And she's complaining about the new bridge.
What about it?
Well, when they built that bridge, and she told me this before, but I didn't follow up on it. I should have. But anyhow, they buried the borrow pits, of course, you know, when they were working on the bridge. Well, they didn't open the one up again. Now the water runs down that hill and right across the road. Because there's no borrow pit. It should have drained it right next to the bridge, see? She said, you gotta do something about that. I said, well, I'll tell the road department. You should come look at it. And I said, well, I may do that too. I said, it was only a $350,000 bridge, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. But I gotta remember, I thought Tom might be at the meeting today. Maybe not, but we'll see. Oh, still Easter, huh?
Hmm?
Still Easter, them damn rabbits, they're having beads all over.
They are. Well, kinda interesting weather the last 2 days. Yes.
How much moisture do you think we got? I mean, it's hard to read.
I don't, well, down our way, we're thinking maybe of 4/10 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to help you guys out with that moisture and that snow. I clipped my dog earlier this week. Every time I clip my dog, it snows. Just let me know when you need some more.
Okay.
I'll clip him again. Poor guy. I clip him, it snows, he has to wear a coat, he's walking around the house shivering.
It's cruel, that's cruel.
Was it snowy over at Anaconda?
Well, I haven't, that, so from what I heard it was,
Yeah.
but I don't think they got it as bad
Yeah.
as we did actually.
What's,
Um,
we got more, you know, we were there, they got a little bit, but when we went through Big Timber said they got 18 inches, but it didn't look like it.
Well, it's probably melting faster.
It was a real wet, heavy snow, it was a spring snow.
Yeah.
well, did you go see anything while you were back there?
2 inches in
Or were you just at Fairmont the whole time?
Well, we did the thing, but then we went into town and ate we went into Butte, so we really didn't see a lot.
Oh, you went into Butte?
Yeah, we went into Butte, ate at the Casa Grande,
Oh, that's a good place.
yeah. So. It was, it's a pretty area, it's a nice area, you know?
Did you go see the pit?
You see the pit?
What's the pit?
You don't know about the Berkeley pit?
The Berkeley pit?
Oh, that big
The
open
Bug Bowl
line?
of America.
Yeah.
I've seen it in the past.
Where birds go to die?
Oh, I've heard about that.
They have an
Because of the
automatic
arsenic or whatever.
gun
Yeah.
that goes off every now and
Trying
then,
to scare them.
hazard them
It's
away.
like thousands of geese died or something that landed on
Yeah,
that
it was
thing.
hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah, don't exaggerate.
You gotta go
Millions,
there and get a
millions
tour.
of geese.
And when I say hundreds, it might have been like 150, 200. Really where the big dispute there came in is Arco, or the company that owned it, is like, oh, they must have eaten some poison grain. And everyone's like, no,
No,
they didn't.
no.
That's
Well,
like-
it was spray case.
That's
Like,
like-
we know why they died.
Yeah.
They
Like,
died laying on
you know,
the-
yeah, you guys have aluminum
Poison
boats
water.
to go out in the pit to do tests and stuff, and you have to replace the boat every 2 years because the water eats the bottom off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toxic.
Yeah, the geese died because they landed in your water.
What did they say?
They got.
No, they got it. They must have gotten into some poisoned or contaminated grain
Oh.
somewhere.
Yeah, right.
You know, and yeah.
Can't say fire. Oh, my. Went on a tour of the pit. I lived. It was interesting,
Mhm.
good history.
It's kinda neat, you can go down in the mines over there too, they have a mine tour,
They do.
yeah. The other good one is to go up to the tip top and see that Our Lady of the Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the story of that is, that was all volunteer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was no,
My brother-in-law's dad helped build it and design it and everything. And, yeah.
what's the, is it Our Lady, what's the name of it?
Our Lady of the Rockies.
Of the Rockies, that's pretty cool. I'm impressed. I watched a little film on that years ago and how they flew the statue in and all the concrete that went into the base and everybody. It was kind of impressive. So your brother, your,
My brother-in-law's dad, Mike, he was the machinist for the county.
well, that's a big deal.
Well, he was one of the guys. But brilliant machinist. He also built the clock at the Old Faithful Inn, the big huge clock.
Oh,
He builds
that
clocks.
clock.
Yeah, he builds
Yeah.
clocks in his garage as a hobby. He's, incredibly talented machinist. Like you guys, you know, if your car or truck breaks down, you take it in someplace to get it fixed or repaired. Maybe you buy the part and repair it yourself. He builds the machine to build the part to put it in himself.
Really?
Yeah,
One of those
That's
guys.
smart.
yeah.
That takes some smarts.
Last time I talked to him, he was making a homemade mini bulldozer to plow his sidewalks. You know why? Because he could.
Tired of,
Because they could.
tired of pushing it.
I think it was mainly just because he could.
Cause it, why not? See the
Yeah.
need and meet the need.
They have a farmer down there, Gage, or what, he's dead now, Joe Hoffman. And that's the way he was, he could build anything. He had a lathe, lathe.
Mhm.
He built a loader on his tractor, and he built the cylinders and everything, turned them out. And he had things to do anything. And he built an irrigation pump. Stick in the river, he had made it out of 55-gallon barrels, welded together, mounted an Oldsmobile V8 engine on the end with the transmission so he could shift it up.
Oh, fun.
And he'd stick that thing in the river, and the river would stop. Just take it. He had about a 40-acre field there, and all he did was put a berm around the edge, and he'd fill that whole field up with water in about an hour, and then shut it off.
Oh, love it.
Talk about quick.
Fun.
And he called me up, they had to have a meter for it. And they had meters, all had meters. He called me up and I went and looked at it. I don't know, that 50, 60,000 gallons a minute, I really don't know. I said, you better just have an estimate, because I don't think you wanna buy a meter for that thing. It'd be, $10,000. Somebody used it. And he built all kinds of things like that, he just turned them out of his shop.
Just man for something to do.
Something to do,
Well, I was tearing down my old garage over there. And old Mike comes over and I'm just cutting up the garage into chunks and throw it in a dumpster. And he's like, hey Ben, yeah, what's going on, Mike? Yeah, hey, your garage door opener. What are you doing with that? You want that? I'm like, Mike, I got it in the throwaway pile, man. You want it, you can have it.
yeah. I love
He
it.
turned it into a machine to make tongue and groove. What was it? Tongue and like the tongue and groove woodwork on the inside of his house.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
He just wanted the motor. Yeah, man, go ahead. Grabbed a sawzall, cut the whole apparatus off. All he wanted was the motor because it had like a 2.5 horsepower motor in it, and he wanted that.
Yeah.
And the gears.
Make it, yeah. It's a whole other ethos, don't throw it away, find a way to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think he turned around and sold it when he was done with it. Didn't really come with safety features though. A lot of the equipment that he made, like the safety shield, don't cut your finger off with this kind of thing. Yeah, that was notably lacking.
Oh, shucks.
and his wife though, holy cow. You know, I mean, you talk about horses, you know, you go, wow, that mare throws good foals, you know, well, man, he and his wife, man, they produce good kids. They have a doctor, what did she get? A PhD in chemistry or something, a chemistry professor and an engineer. Wow, not bad, guys. Wife was a teacher's assistant and he was a machinist.
Good role models.
Yeah.
They just didn't sit around and do nothing.
They have good genetic code.
I used to do a lot of that repurposing of things. I do some.
Yeah. So do I, but I'm not nearly that good at that.
Yeah.
But,
But
Well, I learned a lesson. Don't ever go in Montana without a winter coat until about July. I went down to Laurel and all I had was a little spring jacket, and I did take it. And it snowed 2 inches. I'm like, what the heck? No
Yeah,
gloves.
be prepared.
No gloves. Just a hat, a little tiny jacket. Oh, come on. Gee.
Well, I got my drill all set up, ready to go. I got seed range, I got fertilizer range, and there it sits. But moisture is always welcome.
yeah.
Piece of work. Oh.
It was like 26
Do you
degrees
know
this
about this
morning.
place?
Sure was for us.
I had to go there to get blood drawn because I had those eye drops. There was no blood in my eye drops. They do all kinds of tests. It's down there by Enterprise. First, that's that corner, First and Broadwater down in Montana, down in there.
So here's interesting, I got an email from Cheryl Ramsey. And she's basically saying, why haven't we installed the monitors at the dispatch stations that are seen in the oil
Fingerprinting, all
Why haven't we?
kinds. I'm gonna give it
Because Ron and Sean don't get on.
to
I sent an email to address it. It's ridiculous, it's ridiculous.
It is.
So, I'll send an email to Kristen Smith to set up that meeting with Mark Haggerty for Monday, either before 1 or after
Yeah.
2. So we can get them moving.
Yeah, well, get it on the calendar.
Well, she'll send us a Zoom invite.
I got a moat meeting Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And unfortunately, I got a doctor's appointment in Billings at 10 o'clock.
What's
It's
moat?
gonna be interesting.
What's moat?
Montana opioid
Oh, okay.
application trust, which we should put in a grant for it, I can tell you. Did you see that letter from Angie on the grant she's applying for?
No, where's that? Angie, oh, yeah, yeah.
She had a letter all written up, all we have to do is sign it.
Yeah,
Which-
Viscara, or what's the last name?
Yeah.
Mosquito,
Yeah, Mosquito,
fly.
yeah.
Isn't that Spanish for fly? Or mosquito or something like that. Some kind of insect.
Los Piedra?
Mosquito.
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 Well, that's not very proud.
I didn't change
Why laugh?
Moscow.
it. Mosca.
Moscow.
Mosca.
Okay, do you guys have any issues with, doing this letter of support for Angie?
No.
I'm gonna forward it then to, Bonadee to get on letterhead, and,
Yeah.
we'll get it signed maybe next Wednesday, or Monday if we're in.
Well, Carly sent me back an email that she's free at 2 o'clock today, if you wanna chat.
Who's that?
She's the IT manager. And they-
Well, let's do it. What do we got to?
Mhm.
Teresa.
No, that's not important.
Is it only two? Could you see if she's free after two? Actually, we're kinda dead.
I can find out.
Yeah, I think it'd be great to talk to her.
The best part about my division is it caters to each county needs specifically. So your highs and lows are excellent service, great. So she wants to know how many servers we have, how many workstations, Microsoft licenses, MFA, whatever that is, firewall switches, wireless access.
We should probably dig up our agreement with Morris
Yeah,
and see what their scope is.
yeah, where's that? And
Bonadee
oh,
might
we
have
probably
it.
have that. Maybe Ron, he's the one that's engaged him.
Like I said, I think their prices probably aren't horrible per stations
I think.
as it goes, but we're not
Oh,
really,
and. Well,
maybe not. If they can,
well, in Roscommon, they paid $1,700 a month, and they gotta have more stations than us.
yeah, I agree.
So I thought, well, ours could be half that. But I don't know. Even 1,700, it's still quite a savings. What should I tell her? Should we wait until we can get some,
No, I think the sooner we talk to her, the better.
do you think two is too?
I think we gotta give Teresa her time.
Yeah, you do.
But maybe 3 or maybe 3:30 or,
2:30 maybe.
yeah, we can try 2:30. Can we do anything before then?
No, old business, new business.
I wonder if she's available now before 10:30.
There's a thought. Yeah, I don't know how many servers we'd have or desktops in this county. Maybe it's listed on the Morris and Maryland contract.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. I might even have it electronically, to be honest with you. I'll see what I
Maybe.
can, yeah. Wait a minute, Angie's saying this grant for the next 10 years and support SRO.
Yeah,
Should we maybe get Sean's thoughts on that?
Yep.
that
This is Youth
Keenan
Cares.
Gallery says yes.
Well, I don't come in today.
Okay, she's really basically, I'll copy Shannon.
Community socialist. Well, legal socialist. Community socialist, legal
I
socialist.
can't imagine why he'd be against it.
Yeah, I think, it's not, she's really just saying, hey, if we had this money, we could do, you know, this stuff, and we could support the SRO, and Sean isn't gonna take that.
Well, that's shooting in Florida.
It was her kid.
No,
It
he
was
was
an
part of,
officer's kid who
yeah,
did the shooting.
but his mother was an SRO.
You know, I hadn't heard that yet.
Yeah, she was a deputy, and she was an SRO. She was a retired priest. He was in some kind of a group, law enforcement group, sponsored by the sheriff's office or something. Weird. I've never heard this before. Have you ever heard this? This last paragraph. Under steroids.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
because steroids
Used to be nice.
affect the testosterone. And when you're taking extra testosterone in your body regulates the amount that it's producing for the right amount, and it will regulate that down.
So the real
And
amount
so,
is.
right, and that's necessary for male growth.
Correct.
The other thing that winds up if you're a guy is you wind up with testicles the size of chickpeas.
And it says you get breasts and women conversely deficient. Because we always have testosterone, but it's dampened down. by
Right.
estrogen.
Yeah.
Hmm. I never heard that. That's interesting.
And inhibits puberty from producing what it's supposed to produce.
Yeah. But they don't, no, they don't see that. They just see, it's strong.
Girls tend to get high voices and have uncontrollable rage outbreaks. None of those things really seem to,
Extreme irritability.
you know, extreme to, or seem to affect the statistics or dissuade males from using steroids. However, the one that does make a difference is when you tell them you're going to have testicles the size of chickpeas. They're not willing to risk that one.
No, is that reversible? Probably not.
No.
Once it's gone, it's gone. What? What? Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, I've heard irritable, the uncontrolled rage. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Steroid rage.
Steroid rage is the term that's used. So in theory, steroids aren't illegal in Montana anymore.
Well, what should I tell her?
Yep, 2017
Tell her we're available now, or if she
reinvestment
can meet
justice
around
when they
2:30.
legalized marijuana.
Or she could actually, we can actually
steroids,
discuss it with her at 3.
from the criminal code as something was illegal to possess.
So we, you know, say maybe around 2:45.
So she can get on her.
Yeah, there's a whole list of,
Yeah, or if she can't, if she can't, we should just call in.
so stupid, why? Why do you wanna do this? I just
It's
think
either
that-
now or later this afternoon, but we really would like to talk to her.
I was taking Xanax for a while, but then my,
There he is,
after a while, I was just like, I went, okay, all right, okay. I'm like,